I am now recording. I will now stretch. No. I'm writing. I got to warm up my arms.
You might get a cramp.
I like that right there.
I'm running out of things to stretch.
You can stretch your calves. Yeah, let's get it. You can stretch your chest.
All right, that's enough. Here we go. Everything on the first page worth 1. Okay. Number 1, what's the answer? D, as in doornail. People want to see why? Or did everybody get D? Everybody got D? Booyah, Grandma. What's the answer to number C? I just gave it away to number 2. C. Everybody get C? Anybody need to see why it's C? You all see that it is C? Spectacular. 3, what's the answer? A. Do we all know why it is A? Because we're all getting A's. Why is it A? We all got it? Good. Number 4. Oh, there's some discord in the ranks. It's A. Let's go. I miss Jess. Where is she? Again? Mexico? She's in Mexico? I wonder if she will bring me a present. Does anybody need to see why? Yeah? Okay. 2p cubed over p to the 4th. And then what's 2 times negative 2? P to the negative 4. Hey, 4 and negative 4 get you nothing.
I thought maybe
Well, the other way you could have looked at that is said, okay, that would have had to come up here and become positive, yes?
Oh, yeah, true.
Over p to the 4th, yes?
Yeah.
2 times 2 is p to the 4th. P to the 4th over p to the 4th cancel. And what's left? 2p3. 2p or not 2p? That is the question. That is the question you all must ask yourself. Because you all asked to go to the bathroom 17,000 times a class. You must ask yourself, 2p or not 2p? Whether 'tis nobler to suffer the slings and arrows of slightly wet underpants. See what I did there?
That's not how it actually
That's not really how it goes. And 5. D. Does anybody need to know why? Excellent. Turn the page over. The first 4 are worth 1 mark each. What is this one? 4 root 6. What's this one? 3 root 5. What's this one? 24 root 5. What's this one? Negative 56 root 3. Yay! Now we get a little funke. Funke. These are worth 2 each. What is 10? Negative 49. Root 7. Yay! Do people need to see why? Obviously, some people do. 43 is 7 cubed. A to the 4th b squared. How many groups of 2 can I get out of there? 1, 7. How many groups of 2 can I get out of there? 2. How many groups of 2? 1. And there was already a negative 7 out there to get negative 49, a squared b. What did I leave under there? 7. Under where? Under there. Now, this one. What should you do first and always? Simplify, simplify, simplify. That is 25 times 3, so that is 10 root 3. Over, that is 9 times 5, 3 root 5. If you got to there, you may have half a mark. Because, of course, you would never leave a radical in the denominator. You would rationalize that. Yes. Do you need to multiply by 3 root 5 or just root 5? Just root 5, but if you multiply by 3 root 5, it will still work. That will get you 10 root 15 over 15. If you got to there, you may have 1.5 marks. Because, of course, you would never hand Mrs. Bad Crumble 10 over 15 as a fraction. You would simplify it to 2 root 15 over 3. And that would be your final answer for 2 marks. Yes, you can always leave for rugby. The last 2 are going to be out of 3 each. Fortunately, it's being videoed. You can always mark it. Unless you didn't do the last 2, then it makes it real easy. Number 12, I said to make it all A and B. So that's an A. And just like in Spanish, a V is a B. So we'll make it B. So, what should you do first? Simplify. 64 times 2, A3, B4. Square root of 64 is 8. I can get out 1A, I can get out 2 B's, and there was already a negative 5 out there. For negative 40, AB squared. Root, what did I leave under there? 2A. Good luck. This is 16 times 2, A4B. What can come out of there? 4 and A squared. Plus a negative 5 there makes negative 20 A squared. Root 2B. Negative 40 times negative 20 is positive 800. A times A squared is A cubed. B squared. Root 4AB. If you got to there, you get 2. Because, of course, 4 has a square root. What comes out? 2 to get 1,600. A cubed. B squared. Root AB. Let's go! He waited patiently for everyone to be 100% sure. He's a wizard, Harry. All right. Now, you have a choice here. You could simplify 12 and 8 now. Or you could wait and do it at the end. I do not care. Personally, because 12 and 8 are small and there are no coefficients, I don't simplify till the end. But that's just me. Whatever you did, you had to multiply by the conjugate, which in this case, if you didn't simplify, was 3 minus root 8 over 3 minus root 8. If you simplified, it was 3 minus 2 root 2 over 3 minus 2 root 2. I do not care. Then, on the bottom, what is 3 times 3? 9. What is root 8 times root 8? 8 is root 64, which is 8. 9 minus 8 is what? 1. Did you need a denominator? No. So all we care about is the top. 5 minus root 12 times 3 minus root 8. And I will do this in green, and then I will do it with the simplified ones, just in case. That is 15 minus 5 root 8 minus 3 root 12 plus root 96. Then you simplify to 15 minus 10 root 2 minus 6 root 3 plus 16 times 6, 4 root 6 for your final answer. Now, if you simplified, of course, it is 5 minus 2 root 3 times 3 minus 2 root 2, which is 15 minus 10 root 2 minus 6 root 3 plus 4 root 6. And you get the same answer anyway. Those were out of 3 each. Making the whole thing out of 6 and 4 is 10, and 4 more is 14, and 5 on the front is 19. Give yourself a score out of 19. There was a song in the 80s called 19. It was really, really cool. You should Google it. Hand them to the front so I may record them and give them back to you later this class when you are working on your reviews. I am glad that you are feeling a sense of satisfaction, Priya. That is important to me. You think I'm being sarcastic, but I'm not. Huh? Yes. All right. Before I let you free, set you free with your review, which is significantly easier than all of the work I've been giving you, because of course you practice harder than you need to play, so you kick ass in every game. Of course, nobody does that, but... Was there any questions from pages 149, 150, 149 and 150? No. That was your homework from yesterday. Page 149 and 150. Are there any questions? 19B from 150. All right, so B, thank you. All right. Now, these are the type of questions that are becoming more and more sexy in tests because they show if you actually understand what is going on rather than if you learn some steps that work for you. Does everybody understand the difference? Okay. So, we got to see what they did. So let's check the first one. right here, he's got r to the 1 and s to the negative 1. What should happen over here? It should be times, right? What has this person done? Added. What a doofus. So that's the first mistake. So this should be r, let's change color, r to the 1/4 and s to the negative 3/4. Now let's check this side. Has he done the same thing there? Has he added again? What a doofus. It should be r to the positive 1/4 and s to the negative 1/2. Now, what should we do with that and that? Add them to get r to the 1/2. And what should I do with that and that? Add them to get s to the 3/4. Negative 3 minus 2/4 is negative 5/4. Now, are we happy there? Not quite. Because one of them has a negative exponent. So it should be r to the 1/2 over s to the 5/4. Now, if your teacher said put that into radical form, it would of course be the square root of r over the 4th root of s to the 5th. And of course you would never leave that there, you'd sort that out. But you'll notice that they were perfectly happy leaving it as exponent. Yo. 17a. Sim salabim. X squared y to the negative 3 times x to the 1/2 y to the negative 1. What should you be doing with those exponents with x? Adding them. So that is x. Now, 2 is 4 over 2. Plus 1 over 2 is 5 over 2. Right? And negative 3 plus negative 1 is y to the negative 4. To get x to the 5 over 2 over y to the 4th. What did this idiot do? 2 plus 1/2 is 1. He multiplied. What a maroon! What a tarara gundie! You only get these references if you watch Bugs Bunny. Nothing? Bugs Bunny, what a maroon. What a tarara gundie. Nothing? Pete Puma, when he bonks him on the head, how many lumps of sugar would you like? Oh, 3 or 4. And then Bugs Bunny brings out Howard, bam, 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 and he gets 3 lumps on his head. Pete Puma, nothing? Nothing?
Puma, is that like a shoe company?
No! It saddens me. Are we done? Are you ready to do your review? Go.